What's up, Dragon Ball? It's Jeff here with DBS CCG Life, and I'm coming to you today with another deck profile on the blue and yellow Gogeta deck. I finally was able to get this deck built. So we'll start off with the leader here, Son Goku. Permanent, negate the energy exhaust skill of your blue and yellow multicolored Saiyan cards in all areas. So very good. You can play your multicolored Saiyans in your energy area and immediately be able to use them. Activate main once per turn. Add up to one card from your life to your hand. Look it up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add one blue or yellow Saiyan card to your hand and then shuffle your deck. So another one of these leaders that don't have to attack to search, so very good. Awaken when your life is at 5 or less. Draw 2 cards, and you can't place cards in your energy area by your skills for the game. So if you played any card like the Zeno Super Combo that lets you switch out an energy, you wouldn't be able to do that once you awaken him. So let's go ahead and flip over. We have Son Goku and Vegeta Tag Team in Hell. It has the same permanent skills the other side. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, then add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Activate main once per turn for 1 blue. Draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and add it to its owner's hand. So pretty good. You get to draw and you get to bounce something. So really good leader. The goal with this deck is to get to 3 life so you can Z-Awaken and make your turns even stronger. So let's go ahead and get into the main deck. First, we are playing 4 copies of Son Goku Combination Attack in Hell. So this card says Auto Limit 1. When this card in your drop is sent to your warp by your Soul Punisher, the Cleansing Light, or a blue Gogeta card skill, add up to 1 blue Vegeta with 5k power and an energy cost of 3 from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So being able to tutor for the Vegeta, very good. Activate main, limit 1 for 1 yellow. If your leader is a blue Son Goku card, draw 1 card and play this card from your hand. So this card's good. You're able to tutor and you're able to draw. So let's move on to the next one. The next Goku we're playing is SS2 Son Goku Counter-Strike. This has blocker, permanent. If your leader is a blue leader with both Son Goku and Vegeta or a blue Gogeta Z leader, this card gains plus 15k power. So it becomes a 20k. Permanent. If this card would leave the battle area, send this card to your warp instead. Auto limit 1 for 1 yellow. When this card in your drop is sent to your warp by your Soul Punisher, the Cleansing Light, or a blue Gogeta card skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Then play this card from your warp at the end of the turn. So it can play itself out, switch one of the opponent's cards to rest mode. Really good card. We're only running it at 3 because really the ones we want to be maxing out on are the Combination Attack in Hell. So let's move on. For our Vegeta package, we are playing 4 Vegeta Combination Attack in Hell. So just like the Goku, really don't need to explain anything further except for it's 1 blue and not 1 yellow. So next we are playing 3 SS Vegeta Counter-Strike. So now again, this effect is just like the 3-drop Goku. No difference there. Let's move on to the next cards. We're playing 4 SS3 Son Goku Premonitions of a Fierce Battle. As energy exhaust, deflect, double strike. Permanent. If your leader is a blue or yellow Saiyan card, reduce the combo cost of this card by 1. So it normally costs 1 and it gives 5k, but now it costs 0 and 5k. I don't understand how they did that or why they did that. It's beyond me, but it is what it is. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Activate main/battle, limit 1 for 2 generic. If your leader is a blue or yellow Saiyan card and you have 3 or more energy and you have a Z card in your battle area, draw 1 card and play this card from your hand. So this card's great. Have another SPR of this coming in, so they'll all match. It's driving me crazy for them not to match. So let's move on to the next card. We are running 4 copies of Veku, Come Back from Defeat. Energy Exhaust, Deflect, Aegis, Blue Yellow, once per turn. Union Fusion for 1 generic. If you have 2 or more energy, Yellow Goku with 5k power and Blue Vegeta with 5k power. Auto, when this card is played, this card gains barrier until the end of your opponent's turn. Auto, if you send this card to your warp, when this card's Aegis skill activates, choose one of each blue or yellow Son Goku and Vegeta cards with 5k power from your warp, then add 1 to your hand and place 1 at the bottom of your deck. So it can help you get your fodder back when you Aegis. Would highly recommend it. This should be your turn to play, without a doubt. So next we are playing 3 SS Gogeta, sparking to the utmost limit. Energy Exhaust, Deflect, Double Strike, Blocker, Aegis Blue and Yellow, once per turn. Union Fusion for 1 blue, 1 yellow, and 2 generic. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, you draw 2 cards. Yellow Son Goku card with 5k power and Blue Vegeta card with 5k power. Auto, when this card is played, this card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills until the end of your opponent's turn. So it has its own built-in protection, so this card is very good in itself for that. Auto, once per turn. When your energy is switched to active mode by a skill, switch this card to active mode. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons and switch it to rest mode. So this card is crazy for that. You can activate Aegis. When you do, untap this card and tap one of your opponent's cards. Very good card. Only running 3 because it does cost 4 to Union Fusion with. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now the boss of this deck, the one that really balances it out, SS Gogeta Fusion Reborn. And I really have to give a shout out to my friend Joey Cypret for this card. He was able to send me this card through a trade, and I am so fortunate for that, because without him, I probably would never have gotten my hands on this, because I have tried and tried and tried and failed again. Thank God for him. So this has Ultimate, Energy Exhaust, Blocker, Union Fusion for 1 blue or 1 yellow. If your leader is blue or yellow and you have 3 or more energy, a Son Goku and Vegeta card. Aegis Blue Yellow, once per turn. Permanent, this card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills. And you can activate this card's Aegis skill by sending 1 card from your opponent's hand to the bottom of their deck instead of discarding a card from your hand. So this is pretty broken. Good hand control for this deck. Auto, once per turn. When your energy is switched to active mode by a skill, choose up to one of your opponent's cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode. Then switch this card to active mode. So this card's absolutely busted for this deck. I love this card, and again, thank you, Joey, for sending me this card. I really appreciate you, bud. Moving on to the next card, we are playing 2 PyCon Otherworld Expert. It has critical, activate main, limit 1 if your leader is a blue leader with Son Goku and Vegeta, or a Gogeta Z leader, and you discard this card from your hand. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 blue or yellow Saiyan card with an energy cost of 4 or less to your hand. Activate battle for 1 yellow. If your leader is a Saiyan card and you have 2 or more energy, play this card from your hand, then choose up to one of your opponent's field extras with an energy cost of 2 or less and place it in its owner's drop. So very good. I'm probably going to bump this up to 3. Like I said, I just built this deck, so I'm still trying to figure out the good ratios and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We're playing 2 Oob Focus Full Strength Blow. So this right here is another card that my friend Joey sent me. Huge shout out to him. Sent me this beautiful SPR right here. It has Deflect and Double Strike. Permanent, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3 for each card in your opponent's Z energy. Auto, limit 1. If your leader is mono blue and your opponent has 3 or more energy, when this card is played, draw 1 card. Choose up to a total of 3 battle cards in your opponent's battle area and drop and add them to its owner's Z energy. So this is really good, can get rid of 3 problem cards for you. Of course it doesn't ignore barrier, which is sad, but it is what it is. Auto once per turn. If you and your opponent have a total of 7 or more Z energy, when your opponent activates counter, they add 1 card from their hand to its owner's Z energy. So really good, can make them think twice about countering something if they want to keep a certain card in their hand or a certain number of cards in their hand. So very, very good card for this deck. Next we are playing 2 copies of Baby Golden Avenger. Unique and triple strike. Counterplay. Play this card, then if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 7 or less, it's returned to its owner's hand instead of being played. Counter, counter. Negate the counter skill and play this card. Auto. When this card is played, draw 1 card. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. So there's really no downside to this card besides it costing 5 energy, but that is a price to pay for how good this card actually is. So let's move on to the next one. We are playing 2 SS2 Kefla Lightning Speed. Thought about bumping this up to 3. Need to get me a 3rd copy. Energy Exhaust, Double Strike, Blocker, Arrival, Blue, and Yellow. Okay, so I do want to explain this Arrival skill. For those of you who don't know, Arrival is, say, when you're comboing, is an activate battle skill, comboing a blue and yellow card or a single blue and a single yellow card. You then, once the conditions are met and you have blue and yellow in your combo area, activate battle, you would pay 2 blue and a yellow and play this card from your hand. So that is pretty much it for Arrival. It's as simple as that. But I did want to explain that because I do run a Facebook group that asks that question, so I wanted to touch up on that for anybody who didn't know. It says, Auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Activate main, limit 1. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you choose 1 card in your hand and discard it, this card gains dual attack for the turn. If the card you discarded with this skill was a copy of this card, draw 2 cards. Then choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. It's a very, very good control card. I'm definitely going to bump this up to 3 once I get another copy. Let's move on to the next one. I am playing 2 copies of Zamasu the Eliminator. It has Energy Exhaust, Indestructible, Counterplay. Play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 4 or less, return it to its owner's hand instead. Permanent. If you have another blue and yellow multicolor card in your energy, negate this card's Energy Exhaust skill in all areas. So very good card. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1 card. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So this deck has a lot of control cards in it. I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun to play. Next for our super combos, we are playing a 2-2 package. We are playing Vegeta Disciplined Warrior, which is your bottom deck 1 and draw 2. And then we were also playing the Zamasu Sacred Disbelief. Now, if you guys don't know what Zamasu Sacred Belief does, it says, Auto, if your leader card is blue or yellow, when you combo with this card from your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards or battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So this one, your life doesn't have to be at 4 or less for you to use its ability, so that's very good. And it's a control card for this deck, so I really like it. Next, we are running 4 copies of Senzubin. Absolutely love Senzubin. Activate battle. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your cards and it gets plus 5k power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. So you've got your Aegis that switches your energy to active mode. Also, you have a Senzubin that does the same thing essentially, except better. Next, we are running 2 copies of Ultra Instinct Goku's Kamehameha. Activate battle. If your leader card is blue, choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards, and it gets plus 15k power for the duration of the battle. It's a very good card. Auto, if all of your energy is blue, when you activate this card, choose one. If it's your turn, draw a card. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. So we have a lot of cards in here that switch our energy to active mode, mainly because we want our Gogetas to be able to switch to active mode to be able to activate their blocker skill. So, very good card. Finally, for the main deck, we are playing 4 copies of Dimension Magic. So, negate an attack, choose 2 of your energy, switch into active mode. Very good card. Can't go wrong with Dimension Magic. Now on to the Z deck. I am still working on the Z deck. I'm not 100% of where I want to go with it yet. First off, we're playing the Z leader, SS Gogeta, Light Shining Through Hell. Z Awaken for 1 blue. When your life is at 3 or less, blue card with both Son Goku and Vegeta. Auto once per turn. When your blue and yellow multicolored Gogeta card is played by a Union skill, draw 1 card. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Activate battle once per turn. If it is your turn, you have a Gogeta or a Veku card, both with the Aegis skill in play, and you send 1 blue card and 1 yellow card from your drop to your warp. Choose 2 of your energy and switch it to active mode, and you can only play yellow battle cards for the turn. Of course, just the yellow battle cards, that also includes your multicolored cards because they are blue and yellow, so they do count as yellow. So this is a very, very busted Z leader. I love this guy so much. Next, we are playing 4 copies of Soul Punisher, the Cleansing Light. I am running 4 because, like I said, I still can't figure out this Z deck yet and where I want to go with it. Permanent, if your leader is a blue leader with both Son Goku and Vegeta or a Gogeta Z leader, you can activate your Aegis skills by sending 1 yellow card and 1 blue card from your drop to your warp instead of discarding a card from your hand. Activate battle limit 1 for 1 blue and 1 yellow. If you have 5 or more energy, your blue Gogeta Z leader is attacking and you remove this card from the game, your attacking card gets plus 30k power and triple strike for the battle. So this card is stupid. I am playing 4 right now, but I'm definitely going to end up playing more than 1, possibly more than 2. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I really, really like this card. So let's talk about the next card, which is Janemba Pure Evil. It has unique permanent. If your leader is blue and you have a blue Z extra card in your battle area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 1 blue and reduce the Z energy cost by 1. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Auto once per turn. If you have 4 more energy, when one of you or your opponent's battle cards is placed at the bottom of the owner's deck, switch up to one of your energy to active mode at the end of the turn. So this card's very good for this deck as well. I didn't think so when I first saw it. After reading it, I decided to definitely put it in here. Finally, we're playing 1 Beerus Airy Annihilator. So this card's really good. It has barrier. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. And this card gets plus 5k power for the turn. Activate main once per turn for 2 blue. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, switch this card to active mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. And this card gains dual attack for the turn. So this card's dumb. This card's very, very dumb. So basically, it is attacking 3 times, and this auto skill is not once per turn, so it's every time it attacks, it can do that. So it is dumb. I would like to get a second one. I probably will for this deck. So anyway, guys, that's it for the Gogeta deck. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a comment down below, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Have a great rest of your week.